right, hey everyone, I'm here to just give you a little heads up about your assignment for today. So for this, it is Math 2 Unit 6 Quiz Form A. This is not a quiz, this is practice, but you will have a quiz and you need to make sure you understand how to do all of these because you will not be able to work with others. You just have to understand these topics. So if you do this on your own and you do well, you should do well on Form B for the quiz. So first off for numbers 1 and 2. So these are both 6.1. So look at your notes there. And for your description of the transformation, that would be like, is it going up or down, left or right? Is it reflected? Is it stretched or compressed? So for descriptions, that's where you're writing what's happening based off of the equation. For graph, you need to include at least 3 exact points. So don't just go, oh, I think it's like that. Okay, we need exact points. At least 3. And your hint, I would definitely use the anchor point as one of those. Domain, remember, are your X's. Range are your Y. So be careful with that and make sure you're looking at your notes for 6.1 to help you. And you're going to do the same thing over here. All right. For number 3, now you're going to kind of work backwards. It's giving you a description, and you need to write the function. That's your equation. Is your function, okay? So this is where you would write your equation here based off less 7 up 2. So how would that do? Change the equation here. And then you have x-axis reflection, vertical compression by 1/5. And then for number 4, this one is to solve. So this is where we're getting into 6.2. So these are both 6.2, 6.2. So make sure when you're doing this, remember the inverse of a square root is a square. So look at your notes for that one. Same thing with 5 and 6. Again, use your notes. Okay, if you turn it over to the other side, again, same thing. This is from 6.2. So you're going to solve for x. I'll give you a hint. You will get 2 answers on number 7 if you're listening to this. All right, number 8, it says write the solution to the interval notation. Now notice you have an inequality. So this is going to be the part where you have on your notes 6.2. Whoops. 6.2. All right. So you're going to have to do 2 parts. You have to do what's inside the radical, and then you have to do the whole inequality. So, and then one thing I would like for you to write on here is to make a number line at the bottom. So come here where it says graph on a number line. So you can just do a number line here, and then do a number line here. And then when you're doing this, you don't have to number it. You can just number your 2 numbers here. So whatever your first number is here, and whatever your second number is here. All right. And then just make sure when you're doing this, your hint for this one is wherever the inequalities overlap is the solution. So your hint is so if you have one going, let's say this way, and you have one going this way, this part right here is your solution. So make sure you have your brackets if it is closed like this, and make sure you have your parentheses if it's open like that. And then for your interval, this is where you're going to either do parentheses in that or like that, or it could be both like that depending on what it is. So do your graph on the number line. So if your answer is 1, you would just write 1 and then write 5 or whatever the answer is. All right. And then you're going to do the same thing here. Wherever they overlap is your solution. and that's what you're going to put here for the interval. So make sure you go through, you know how to do all of this on your own, check your answers, and then tomorrow you will have a quiz that will look very similar to this, but it'll be Form B. So if you can do this, you should do well on the quiz. All right, have a great rest of your day.